Welcome to a new edition of Fave 5, where I'll take you through the 5 favorite plays of the Denver Nuggets. Got a whole bunch of them already posted on the YouTube channel. If you can, just for a second, please go to patreon.com/ScoutWithBryan, Bryan with a Y. All my subscribers on here that have been supporting me for so long, you can support me on there as little as $2 a month. I would really, really appreciate it. Helps me keep putting out videos like these. All right, for Denver, main offense is going to be C. This is a Rick Adelman staple that he loved from Brad Miller, Kevin Love, and Jokic, possibly the best passer out of all of them, one of the best passing bigs of all time. So traditional C, it's elbow game, corner. Corner's always filled, brings the ball down to the wing. Jokic or Plumlee will be right around the elbow. They hit the big, and then it goes to split game. So this is basically just a read. He's just reading what happens here. What Murray does here, we call this the long curl. He could have done the tight curl, which is cutting right off the back of Barden and going to the rim. Instead, he does the long curl, goes all the way to the top. And so his defender here, Steph's trailing him. So Murray here tries to turn the corner and get all the way to the middle. The Nuggets take a lot of these floater-type shots off this action. And you see here it works so well because the floor is always spaced. They got the weak side corner filled. They got the four-man Millsap, a shooter up in this spot. And what he does too is he times it up so that right when Jokic does the handoff right here with Murray, Millsap goes to pin down on Harris, which takes away Draymond and these guys from being able to help on the action that's going on right here. So you see again, Jokic gets a good piece of Steph on the handoff. Murray does a good job keeping him in jail, keeping him on his back. Shoots that floater really well. There you go. That's the tight curl. So you see Morris here, tight curl right off Isaiah to the rim. If that's not open, then it goes again right into two-man game. As Morris gets out, goes to two-man game with Isaiah right here. Flips it to him, sets the side pick and roll. Then you see again the weak side spaced. We got 3 on the weak side. Isaiah is able to get middle, and then Jokic has the cleared backside potentially for his roll. Isaiah ends up getting a pretty decent look from a floater right there. You see him making the call right there just to see visual. So that time, always an option too. If they think you're switching it, or just a look can always be the guy that goes to set the down screen, the pin down right here, can just slip out of it. They get that pass to him a lot. Jokic in particular gets that late pass, and again, if it's not open, now it becomes two-man game with this guy. So you see Plumlee, Jokic playing together a lot. Great thing is Jokic can space like he does right here. So we got the two-man game again. Plumlee loves to kind of flip the ball and get a running start to the rim. Minnesota does a decent job there. You see Towns keep backing up because if he didn't, Barden would be able to turn the corner and throw that lob pass to Plumlee with the backside cleared out. You see him pointing for it even right there. Towns does a good job, though. Gibson stops the ball at the nail. But then now we get into this weak side action. They hit Jokic again. What is he so good at? Passing every situation. 2 guys here on this side. So usually the top guy right here is going to cut. This guy turned his back for a second. Great late pass for a layup. That's the option I was just talking about. So they get this a lot too, where he goes like he's even going to set the split game, the down screen. And if he sees this guy's kind of worried about it already, Jokic has a great chemistry just to kind of flip that ball right over the top. Phenomenal touch. Just leads him right to the rim almost every time. You know, just such a great, incredible feel for the game. Just like an automatic look. Great chemistry he has with these guys. Another thing they have out of C a lot, I'm not sure if it's a different call, but they love to also hit Jokic and then just follow the ball. So sometimes they'll hand it off right here, and Morris might have the 3 right off that action. If he doesn't, once again becomes two-man game with the guy coming out of the corner. Phenomenal job by Harris here. You see, two-man game. Jokic could throw it to him. He could go dribble handoff, whatever it is. Ends up being a handoff. Kind of gets iced. Harris does a great job. You see him really engage Powell and go at him and go at him and attack the baseline. And since Dallas doesn't have anybody pull in well enough to help on the roll, he does a great job turning the corner and finding Jokic at the rim for a huge basket late. You see again, Morris has the option always to bump it up high, and then it looks like the action always is going to be kind of a high split out here. So Morris will go screen for this guy who's in the slot. And then again, they play two-man game. This is what I was talking about last night on Twitter. It's a lot kind of like the triangle, pinch post action. These are all triangle principles. You see Plumlee does a great job there, keeping his pivot foot, holding his position. And then he looks for these cutters. So you see Dorian Finney-Smith does a great job staying attached to Barton here and chasing him. But you see Plumlee now is looking for that late pass to the rim, which he would have if Brunson doesn't do a good job and Mejri doesn't do a good job tagging here. They do, though, so it's not open. So instead we get another handoff. And that's kind of Denver's game. Constant pitch, handoff, two-man game. Look for the cut to the rim if it's open. Plumlee, Jokic, Millsap, all great passers. You see, again, this high split here. Doesn't look like they love doing it, though. Usually they end up going back to that strong corner. And always an option against an overplay, for example. Klay Thompson here is playing a little bit too high on Beasley, so he fakes up and goes backdoor. Plumlee, like I said, in addition to Jokic, a great backdoor passer too. Gets this look a couple times a game probably. Here's an example, the high split. Finally, they got a shooter up in that spot in Beasley, so this time they're really going to look for him coming off. Great split screen by Morris there. Great handoff by Plumlee. Big time shooter in Beasley. Nice execution. Last little wrinkle out of it, they do a good job too. You notice usually strong side, they want a guard down here. They want Harris or Barton. Maybe they were supposed to even on this play. He looks a little confused. But Murray does a great job too. They have some tricks out of it. So if it's Millsap that happens to be in the strong corner, he's not a guy that you want really coming up to shoot the ball off a handoff. Not as much. He can do that, but he's mostly down low, post up tight. So Murray does a great job here, coming instead, flipping the angle, setting like a low flex screen for Millsap to get him to the post. And you see the Joker again, palming that ball with one hand all the time, making these passes look so easy. Unbelievable. Open 5/ is a post-up play for Jokic. Open is their delay game, so that's kind of just when he's handling at the top right here. Open 5/ is a little wrinkle out of it. We're going to see, Jokic dribble handoff right into a rip screen for him. So you see the ball gets reversed right into that rip screen. Get the Joker post up. It's kind of a counter play, kind of goes against the grain. Looks like the ball's going here to the left wing. Everybody's going towards that side. And then right at the time of the handoff, you see they flip it back. And Jokic gets that kind of reverse back pick. Get him to the post. Great execution there. Let's watch it one more time all the way through. It's kind of textbook how they want it run. Great screen, great pass. Leads him right for the layup. Open 5/ again is the call on this one. Horns down. This is going to be a flex action for them. They got the bigs both at the elbows, traditional horn set, and then the point guard's usually going to go outside, the big that doesn't have the ball, but then end up coming back ball side and set this flex screen. So another great play to take advantage of their bigs who can really pass. See Millsap there, great passer too in his own right. Amazing that he's the third best passing big probably on this team. So you see it once again. This time Morris, you can also go middle if the guy kind of cheats on the cut. He goes middle, sets the flex screen, and then screen the screener. And you just play out of it. One of the rare teams in the league that runs a lot of 5-4 pick and rolls. They got Plumlee, Millsap, Jokic, all can handle the ball, run pick and roll, do everything. When Isaiah, I guess he's out of the rotation a little bit now, but it's funny, this actually was a huge Boston play for him. So funny that he gets to come back and run this action. So what he loves to do out of it is to slip. So instead of even setting this flex screen, he kind of just fakes it, comes right off. A lot of times, if the defense tries to shoot the gap and cheat the play, he'll stop behind and have his three. That was a huge play for him in Boston. You see Malone making the call right here. Horns down. Horns down. Big, you see big to big pass. Murray again, that's the Isaiah right there. Instead of even setting it, just slip out of it real quick. Could have a shot coming off. Horns give. Similar start of the play. Got that same horn set, but this time instead, this guard is going to go away, weak of the ball, and now we're going to go quick two-man game again, dribble handoff with a strong corner. You see, that's pretty much as well as you can possibly guard it by Luka right there. Does a good job being up and physical into Harris, fights over the top of the handoff, forces a contested long two. Well defended. Kind of like a quick hitter for them. This all weak side stuff pretty much. This stagger screen is basically fluff, meaning they're not really looking for this. It's pretty much just to keep all the help occupied so that when the guy in the corner, Harris right here, comes off, there's nobody at the nail. Steph's worried about this. Draymond, so smart, he sees it at least. But Harris is able to run his man into the screen, come off shoulder to shoulder, nice and tight. And then, again, great job, great defense by Cousins. Does a good job backing up. Otherwise, Jokic would have this whole side cleared off. And Draymond, even since he sees it too, is ready to rotate also. They get that layup for him a couple times this season as well. Great ball movement team, great extra pass team. And that's the danger they present too. Here, Bellinelli, he knows that, if you chase over the top every time, that's when Harris is going to turn the corner, get to that pull-up right here, get to that floater, get to the basket. So they mix it up. Sometimes you shoot the gap. He's a vet player, so Bellinelli tries to shoot the gap here, but Harris, good shooter, not having the best season shooting the ball, but still a big-time shooter. Great stop behind for the three. Horns give again. You see every time, the defense, Jones does a good job right here. He recognizes that this is just fluff, does a good job staying at the nail so that when Harris comes off the handoff, Jones is there. They throw it into Joker in the post and let him go to work. That's the danger right there. You shoot over the top. That's when some guys always yell, how can you go under that? How can you go under with such a good shooter? But this is why it's such a good play. You go over the top. That means if Jokic gets a good piece of him right here, he's trailing. Harris keeps his man on his back, gets all the way to his floater. That's a really tough shot to give up too. I know we don't want threes, but you give up that easy little floater. This is the only call I'm not positive about. Might be 51, might be something else, might be just a little trick play they have. But again, starts kind of out of the open set with Jokic handling the ball up top. But another great thing they get to do with him that I don't know if anybody else in the league can really do is these 5-1 pick and rolls where Murray will just kind of come and rush screen for Jokic handling the ball and just creates problems because he pretty much knows that Murray, he's always going to quick basically slip or roll out of it. Steph gets out and shows. And so what that means is Draymond sees the roll for a second and has to help towards that. Jokic, look at him playing with his eyes, playing with the ball, looking towards that, but instead passing a Millsap for a wide open three. You see it again. He's handling just like it's going to be out of this delay game. Instead, Murray gets there and sets it. Guard's always going to show. Jokic always then has the option, too, of flipping the ball to the guy in the corner. That same two-man game. Great extra pass. Good to great pass. And then how many bigs in the league can do this? Are you kidding me? The stop behind, step back. Aldridge tries to just go under this time. They try to not have a show or anything, but you know what? He can shoot the ball too. Hit that top of the key three. Wow. Hard to guard. Thanks for watching. Fave 5, Denver Nuggets, already done. 5 or 6 teams in the league already. Check the playlist. Again, at ScoutWithBryan on Twitter and Instagram. I'll have a bonus play on each of those for the Denver Nuggets. And again, if you can please go to patreon.com/ScoutWithBryan to support. As low as $2 a month. I really, really appreciate it. Please make sure you thumb up, subscribe. Thanks very much for watching.